In a small town, there lived a young boy named Tommy. He was only 10 years old. Tommy was kind, friendly, and always ready to help others. He lived with his mother and little sister, Lily. They were not rich, but they were happy. Every morning, Tommy walked to school. On the way, he saw many people. He always smiled and said, "Good morning," to everyone. People liked Tommy because he was polite and kind. One cold morning, Tommy saw an old man sitting on a bench. The man looked tired and sad. He wore old clothes and had no shoes. Tommy felt sorry for him. He walked over and said, "Hello, sir. Are you okay?" The man looked up and smiled a little. "I am fine, young boy. Just a little cold and hungry," he said. Tommy thought for a moment. Then he took out his lunch from his school bag. "You can have my sandwich and apple," he said. "I can eat when I get home." The old man was surprised. "You are giving your lunch to me?" he asked. Tommy nodded and smiled. "Yes. You need it more than I do." The man took the food with tears in his eyes. "Thank you, kind boy. You have a big heart." Tommy smiled and went to school. He felt happy inside. That day, his teacher gave the class a lesson about kindness. She said, "Kindness is like a seed. When you plant it, it grows into something beautiful. One small act can make a big difference." Tommy listened carefully. He thought about the old man. He had not told anyone about what he did. He didn't want a reward. He just wanted to help. After school, Tommy went home. His mother asked, "Did you eat your lunch, dear?" Tommy smiled and said, "Not today, Mom. I gave it to someone who needed it." His mother hugged him. "I'm proud of you, Tommy. Kindness is the best gift we can give." The next day, when Tommy walked to school, the old man was not there. But something special happened. Near the bench, he found a small note. It said, "Dear kind boy, thank you for your help. I will never forget you. You showed me that kindness still lives in this world. May you always be happy." Tommy held the note close to his heart. He didn't know the man's name, but he would always remember his smile. From that day on, Tommy made it his mission to help others, no matter how small the act. He learned that kindness does not cost anything, but its value is great. A few days later, something happened at school. A new boy named Ben joined Tommy's class. Ben was very quiet. He didn't talk to anyone. He sat alone at lunch and didn't smile much. Some children laughed at Ben. They said he wore old clothes and dirty shoes. But Tommy did not laugh. He remembered how the old man looked when he had no shoes. He thought, maybe Ben has problems at home. Maybe he just needs a friend. During lunch, Tommy walked over to Ben and said, "Hi, I'm Tommy. Can I sit with you?" Ben looked surprised. "Sure," he said softly. Tommy smiled. "Would you like half of my sandwich? My mom made it. It's really good." Ben smiled a little. "Thank you," he said. They talked about school, games, and their favorite food. Ben started to laugh and talk more. He looked happy. Other kids saw them and slowly joined in. Soon, Ben was not alone anymore. After school, the teacher called Tommy. She said, "Tommy, I saw what you did today. That was very kind. Ben is new here, and he was feeling very lonely. You made him feel welcome." Tommy smiled and said, "I just wanted to be his friend." The teacher nodded. That's what the world needs, more kindness and more friends. That night, Tommy told his mother about Ben. She said, "You have a good heart, Tommy. Always help people, even if it's just with a smile or kind words." Tommy asked, Why do some people laugh at others who are poor or different? His mother said, because they don't understand. Sometimes people are afraid of what they don't know. But kind people, like you, try to understand and help. That's what makes a better world. Tommy thought about that. He wanted to make his town a kinder place. The next day, Tommy made a sign with colorful letters. It said, "Be kind. One small act can change someone's day." He put the sign on the classroom wall. The teacher loved it. She asked the class to make their own kindness signs. Soon, the whole classroom was full of kind messages. Tommy's idea spread. Other classes saw the signs and made their own. The principal saw the signs and smiled. She said, "This is wonderful. We will have a kindness week in school." That week, students helped each other, shared food, picked up trash, and said kind words. Everyone felt happy. The school was full of smiles. Tommy saw Ben playing with other kids. He felt proud. A small act of kindness had changed so much. A few weeks later, something special happened. The mayor of the town visited Tommy's school. He came to see the kindness wall that Tommy and his class made. The mayor looked at all the signs and said, "This is amazing. I can feel the love and care in this school." Who started this idea? The teacher smiled and said, "It was one of our students, Tommy." The mayor shook Tommy's hand and said, "You are a true leader, young man. Thank you for spreading kindness." Tommy felt shy but proud. He didn't do it for a prize. He just wanted to make people happy. That evening, the mayor talked about Tommy on the local news. He said, "One small act of kindness started a big change in our school. We can all learn from this young boy." People all over the town heard the story. Some people called the school and said they wanted to help too. A bakery sent free cookies for the children. A shoe shop gave new shoes to students who needed them. Even Ben got a new backpack with school supplies. Tommy smiled when he saw everyone so happy. But he stayed humble. He said to his mom, "I didn't do much. I just helped a hungry man and made a new friend." His mom said, "That's the beauty of kindness. Even small actions can grow into something big." One day, Tommy and his mother went to the market. They saw a street musician playing the guitar. He had a small box in front of him with a sign. "Need help. Trying to buy medicine for my child." Most people walked past him. Some looked away. But Tommy stopped. He took out the few coins he had in his pocket and dropped them into the box. The man looked at Tommy and said, "Thank you, young man. Every little bit helps." Tommy smiled. "I hope your child gets better soon." His mother also gave the man some money. As they walked away, she said, "You never know what people are going through. But a little kindness can give them hope." That night, Tommy thought about everything that had happened. The old man on the bench. Ben, the new boy. The kindness wall. The street musician. He realized something important. Kindness is not just about helping. It's about caring. It's about understanding others and trying to make their day a little better. He wrote in his journal before going to bed, "Today I helped someone. It made me happy. I want to keep doing this. I think the world can be better if we all care more." And with that thought, Tommy closed his eyes and smiled. The next morning, Tommy woke up early. He felt fresh and happy. It was Saturday, and there was no school. But Tommy had a plan. He wanted to do something special. He packed a few sandwiches, an apple, and a bottle of water in a small bag. His mother asked, "Where are you going?" Tommy smiled. "I want to walk around the town and see if anyone needs help." His mother nodded. "That's a good idea. But be careful, and don't go too far." Tommy walked through the park, then down a busy street. Near the bus stop, he saw a young woman sitting on the ground with a small child in her arms. The woman looked tired, and the child was crying. Tommy went closer and asked, "Excuse me, are you okay?" The woman looked at him with sad eyes. "We're just waiting here. We don't have money for food today." Tommy opened his bag and said, "Please take this. It's not much, but I hope it helps." The woman took the food and said, "Thank you, young boy. You're very kind." Tommy sat for a moment and talked to them. He learned that they had lost their home and were trying to get help. He remembered what his mom said, "You never know what someone is going through." When he came back home, Tommy told his mother everything. She gave him a warm hug and said, "I'm proud of you. You are making the world a better place, one small step at a time." That evening, Tommy had an idea. He wanted to create a kindness club at school. He shared the idea with his teacher on Monday. The teacher loved it. She said, "That's a great idea, Tommy. Let's ask the principal." The principal agreed. Soon, many students joined the kindness club. Every week, they planned kind actions, visiting old people, helping clean the school, writing kind notes, and sharing food. The school changed. Students were happier. Teachers smiled more. And even parents talked about how kind the children had become. Tommy looked around and felt proud. Not because people knew his name, but because he had started something good. He had learned an important lesson. One small act of kindness can create a big wave of change. One day, Ben came to Tommy and said, "Thank you for being my first friend here. You changed my life." Tommy smiled and said, "You changed mine too, Ben." That's the power of kindness. From that day on, Tommy promised himself one thing. "I will always try to be kind, no matter how small the act. Because kindness is free, but it is worth everything."